Tell me what you think of the new intro beat. I created it myself.
Do you want to bring balance to all the wireless radiation fields in your life, including 5G? The Omnia Radiation Balancer is a small sticker you can stick on any device. It changes the state of the field and creates a new resonance between the wireless radiation and your energy field. On the link below, you'll see all our testing results that show how the body responds excellently once you've made this change in your life.
Plus, you can enter the discount code BBE in capital letters for a 10% discount.
It's easy to bring balance back to your body with the Omnia Radiation Balancer.
Welcome back to another episode of a News You Can Use podcast. My name is Frenchia Gardner. I am the creator and host of a News You Can Use podcast, and I'm so truly grateful that you have tuned in to another episode of the podcast. And so, we want you to follow us on Spotify, subscribe on Apple Podcasts, and while you're there in Apple Podcasts, go ahead and rank the podcast so that other like-minded people like you will see the podcast and start listening to it. So, and we thank you so much for all of your donations. Your donations support us continuing to create more episodes and for us leveling up, man. We got some great plans for 2021 for the podcast. We blowing up. We seeking sponsorships. So we taking your advertisement. You want to advertise on the podcast? You can do that to a global audience. We are streaming to over 30 other countries besides the United States. So we got some dope things coming up. We have a great business spotlight on the air today. We have Derrick Hicks in the house today, and we are so grateful to have him. Welcome, Derrick.
How y'all doing?
Yes, we're doing great.
Yeah.
How are you?
I'm fine, man. Just chilling, enjoying the new year.
That's right. Derrick Hicks Jr. from Saginaw, Michigan, 28 years old, 28-year-old videographer, photographer, and owner of D. Hicks Media, LLC. Also host and creator of, in quotes, The Hot Seat, that can be found on the YouTube channel Flicked Up TV. That's spelled FLICK apostrophe D, Flicked Up TV. Derrick, tell us about yourself. Who are you? Where are you from? Where are you living now? Give us some background history of who you are.
Like I said, you pretty much just said it all in the description. But I'm an entrepreneur. I'm an artist. I'm gonna say I'm an artist / entrepreneur.
Yes.
And, sure, I came from Saginaw. Saginaw, like a rough city to grow up in. It's real small, but at the same time, it's like real violent and stuff like that. So, when I was younger, everything was cool. And as I started aging, I started seeing I started losing a lot of friends and a lot of stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
In a violent community. And right now, it seems like everything kind of chilled out. And a lot of people my age, you know what I'm saying? We see that when the way we grew up is like, hey man, we got to change the narrative for these kids. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So, that's kind of my motivation towards creating my content, like podcasts and doing the photography and stuff like that, trying to show people it's different ways than just selling drugs or gang banging when you don't choose to go to college. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of stuff you can do, like picking up trades, anything. So right now it just seems like in Saginaw that like a lot of young kids, even in high school, they just want to go to the streets because of the music and whatever. So like I'm trying to use my artwork to trying to change that narrative, if that makes sense.
It does make sense. That's beautiful.
Yeah. So that's basically me and a little background story, my little motivation right there.
I understand. And why did you pick up photography and videography? What intrigued you about that industry?
Okay, I'm gonna say let's gonna have to go back to like 2011 actually. My first friend I ever made in life, his name was Alan Hudson Jr.
Okay.
We met in first grade. You know what I'm saying? He was the first friend. I was always quiet in school, and he the only one. Everybody was a guest. Everybody was intrigued by me and stuff like that. So he the only one that came up and was like, "Hey man, what's your name, man? Tell us something about you. What's your favorite color and stuff like that." So I was like,
Okay.
red, black, and yeah. I was like, my favorite color is red, black, and white. He busted his coat up and said, "Me too." And that's I swear,
Oh,
especially as little kids, that's what sparked our friendship, man. And me and him been like very close ever since. You know what I'm saying? All the way until he passed away. Well, he got murdered in 2012, March 18, 2012. And that kind of like, you know what I'm saying? That kind of like the story. But for him, before he got killed, his mom bought him a video, a camcorder for like the Christmas in like 2011.
okay.
Or it was before then, like probably 2010, and got the camcorder, but we was using it in 2011. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And this before everybody was trying to post, do the YouTube thing and stuff like that. It wouldn't even on our mind. We were just on there listening to music or watching crazy stuff on YouTube and stuff like that. This
Okay.
when Soldier Boy was emerging and stuff. So we was just real deal, just just having fun. We was recording and we was actually getting ready to take it serious. And then he got killed. You know what I'm saying? So
Okay. My
I'm gonna say
condolences to you.
so after that, I never thought about doing it again because that's something. It was kind of both our idea, but it was like his camera. But I'm gonna say
Yeah.
like, what was it? I'm gonna say 2018 or 2017. It just been on my mind. I'm like, I should get a camera. I should get a camera.
Yeah.
So I was going through some hard times, and I got into some trouble. Like, I was hustling and stuff, so I got into some trouble, and I was like, man, I can't do this because I got two kids. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I had my senior pictures just sitting in front of me when I was trying to figure. I'm like, man, what I'm gonna do, man? Like, I don't wanna do this no more. You know what I'm saying? Hold on,
Yes.
yeah, my phone had went out. I looked at my senior pictures. I was like, first thing came to my mind, I was like, man, I paid this guy $450 for them pictures. Only like two of them pictures, and it just hit me. I'm like, man, I said, me and him was like, I said, that's a good hustle taking pictures. I'm an artist. I said,
Yeah.
duh. You know what I'm saying? I said, plus, this something me and my friend wanted to do anyway. Like, I might as well just pick up where we left off. You know what I'm saying? And
Yes.
it just started from there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I picked it up, got my hands on the camera and did a lot of practice shoot, taking pictures of things, just practicing, and one thing led for another. And my first actual photo shoot I took of a person, it went viral like on Facebook, and people was calling me,
What?
people was like, "Oh, you a professional? You're a professional." I'm like, "No, bro, I don't even know what I'm doing." Like, but you couldn't tell other people that. I was like, I just picked it up. So I guess I was just a natural, but it's just because I got an artistic
Nice.
eye. You know what I'm saying? I just take pictures of what I like to see in like magazines and stuff like that. And the
Yes.
video, yeah. So the videography actually came along. My friend, it was actually I started out with two. It was two of us. Flicked up photography. It was two of
Okay.
us. The other guy, he went to school for video, and we got one of my friends had, we was taking pictures at this club called the Indigo in Saginaw. So
Okay.
my friend had a party and he was like, "Hey, we want y'all to come out there and take pictures and record for us." It was like, bet. This our first gig, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So yeah, so we went out there and my guy, my buddy at the time, he was recording, but he didn't really take the editing part serious, and they was asking for the videos afterwards. So I
Yeah.
was like, I gave these people my word, so I'm like, I'm about to go ahead and figure it out. So I got on YouTube and used iMovie, and I was like, oh, this ain't that hard. And I got to the video, and it was just the feedback. People was like, man, you keep going, you're gonna get better and better. And every video I did after that, you can see my progress. You know what I'm saying?
I
So
do.
that's when I got into video. Like I just started doing both. And I'm like, now I'm just by myself. I'm a solo artist with the camera and whatever else. So I just kept with it. You know what I'm saying? So
That
that's what
is
got me
so
into it.
fun.
Yeah,
Congratulations to you.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah. That's that's really putting your talents and your passions to good use.
Yep.
That's
Yeah,
what's up.
that was the whole point, man. That was then after that, one thing just led to another, man. I just kept pushing and it kept coming up with ideas of being creative.
So what kind of things do you shoot? What is your niche?
Um, like I said, I just picked up a camera. Actually, this was only 2 years ago. I started in 2018, March 2018.
Nice.
So I didn't know nothing about a camera. I just noticed when I took pictures, I said, okay, I'm editing them. I'm like, why my pictures don't look like these guys' picture? You know what I'm saying? Like, I
Yeah.
like how that look. And so I had to learn about everything about the camera settings, just the cameras and the difference in the camera as far as like full frame, crop frames, lenses, the editing software, just everything, lighting. I had to, you know what I'm saying? I took 2019, I stopped, took a long break. You know what I mean? Just to learn this stuff and study, because it was a lot. And that's when I was like, oh man, I thought people just took pictures and like, pushed the button, but I didn't know it was so much work behind the scene. You know what I'm saying?
Heck yeah.
So, yeah, so like far as photography, I say like I do pictures, but it'd be like more like a fashion sense. Like I like to do like fashion pictures, but I can shoot anything. You know what I'm saying? Like, but
Yeah.
far as my creativity is more like a fashion, because like when I look at magazines and stuff, I like how the models dress, because the pictures they stand out to me. You know what I'm saying? So I kind of model my pictures like that. Like even when I direct the models, or you know what I'm saying, trying to coach them on their poses. And when I do the videos, I'm gonna say I started with music videos because that was a high demand. There's so many rappers, you know what I'm saying? So I
Okay.
started music videos only because I wanted to learn the editing program, and editing music videos it was a challenge, and it helped me learn the program, the Final Cut Pro 10 program fast. Trying to learn editing, yeah. So that's why I started with music videos. Then I linked over into promo videos, and kind of branched off to other things. So yeah, that's what that started, and fell into like the interview platform. A friend of mine, he was an artist. He was like, "Hey, I want to drop my mixtape different, man. Everybody ain't nobody out here dropping their mixtape in an interview."
Okay.
Yeah, so that's why I came and interviewed him. And after the interview, I was like, man, I can, you know what you could do with an interview? Like, I could just go around interviewing people in the community. We could talk about what's really going on in Saginaw, instead of getting this the news point of view, or the people. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, because they'll twist the story up for clickbait, or make it seem like this. So I'm like, no, because we know the story in the street.
For sure. The
Let's talk
word on the street.
Yeah, let's talk about what's really going on. You know what I'm saying? And so that's where I'm kind of headed now with the interview platform. So it's like I got my hands in a lot of stuff.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Tell us about the hot seat.
Okay. Originally, in the beginning, if you look on my YouTube channel, I really didn't have a name for my interviews. I just like, it's Flicked Up Interviews, because everybody called me Flick because of Flicked Up. Yeah, I came out with Flicked Up Photography. So when I took the pictures, they just called Flick. They just started calling me Flick or Flicked Up. So I was like, I just ran with it. So when I interviewed people in the beginning, it was like Flicked Up Interviews, because I was kind of nervous. I am camera shy, but I was really camera shy in the beginning. You know what I'm saying? But I was like, you go do it, you gotta do it. You know what I'm saying? So that's the only way to get through it. So I just kept at it. And that's how it started. So it was just based on music artists. A lot of people in my city like to do music. So I kept getting music artists reaching out to me. Then it got to the point where everybody else can be like, do you interview people that like, because I got a book I published, but I want to talk about that in an interview. I was like, no, I interview everybody. It's just like music artists just reach out to me more. They not scared to reach out to me. You know what I'm saying?
I do.
My purpose of the interviews period was it's just a community involvement. Talk about what's going on in our city. You know what I'm saying? Give our people a voice. Let's speak from our own point of view.
Yes.
So over time, I went out like I said, I just did some stuff, and my learning that was before I knew anything. You know what I'm saying? So I took
Okay.
a break, and I relaunched this year my the hot seat. And basically it's the same thing. And I call it the hot seat because I interview a person. I got 2 cameras now. I got like it's like a Vlad TV type of feel. I got them on
Okay.
a whole face shot. Then I got another
Okay.
point of view of just both of us. You know what I'm saying? So I call it
Okay.
hot because it's focused strictly on you, and ain't no telling what I'm gonna ask. You know, last interview I did, it was with a music artist, but he didn't really. He wanted to talk about real life stuff that he was going through.
Okay.
Like his mom was in a violent relationship to where she ended up killing a man.
Oh no.
Yeah, she ran him over with a car, but she was drunk, and they had a lot of relationship problems. And he had another woman over there and was telling her to get her stuff and leave. So I guess things escalated. And she been in jail for like a year, but she fighting a murder case, and that's not looking good to her. So he wanted to speak on that, and
Yeah.
he got like a lot of brothers and sisters. I think he said he had 17 brothers and sisters, and he study
Oh my
finding
gosh.
out he got new brothers because his dad. Yeah, so
Wow.
and 2 of his brothers are homosexual, and they actually becoming like taking the surgery to become a woman or transgender. So
Okay.
yeah, so a lot of, I mean, even before then, when his brothers was coming out gay, he kept hanging with them and stuff. So a lot of people just assumed he was gay. So he wanted to address that rumor for the
Oh,
first
okay.
time. Yeah,
This is
so
deep.
yeah, it was that was I'm gonna say, as far as the content, that was probably my best interview. One of the best interviews. I'm gonna get that number 1, but I got a lot of them like that. But that was the one. That's how I want my interview platform to be used like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So yeah, so it's just like one thing led to another, and now I'm just working on my content and stuff like that, and that's why I came up with the hot seat because it just sounds like a cool name. You in the hot seat, like
Right. It
I
is
want
a
to be in
cool
the
name.
hot seat. It just you know what I'm saying, just to make it sound fun and catchy and just continue it on. I'm just trying to work on the content, um, upgrade my camera so my camera quality to be better and all that stuff. So I'm just like really just working at it. I'm full steam ahead right now. So now I'm
I
about to
feel
start
you.
the seasons. Yeah, I'm just still creating on that right now.
That's awesome. Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate
Yeah,
it.
man. That's all of that sounds amazing.
Yeah, it just started from one thing and I just just kept going. So now I'm trying to organize it and get everything in perspective so I can like see how far I can actually take it. So I'm noticing like I gotta have my YouTube channel in order. I gotta learn a lot about social media so I can promote my stuff. You know what I'm saying?
I totally understand.
Yeah.
I feel the same way. I know that the podcast could be promoted so much better. I know it needs a whole website and its own social media. But child, I'm already running 4 pages by myself. So like
Yeah,
who
that's when I'm starting. I'm like, this is a lot for one person to be doing. Yeah, so it's just like okay. A lot of times I stop for a minute. I'm like, okay, I need this, but now I'm not really understanding that like I need a team. I
Yes,
need,
we
I
need
need
a
to bring
team.
people out to help because even just posting content on social media and doing because I do all the editing, I do all the shooting, I do all the sound quality, do everything. I'm coming up to questions, I'm researching people, and they get draining, especially when I'm traveling and stuff like this. So I
I'm
went the
sure.
first I went was Lansing. You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying
Yes,
to like get other cities involved and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Trying to grow my
very
platform,
nice.
expand it. So yeah, so it's like I need help. So I'm about to this year I'm looking for help and I'm just going to continue to organize it and get everything structured so it look professional and people want to be a part of it. That's my main goal.
Y'all heard the man. He needs help. So if you are qualified in the areas in which he's been speaking about, go ahead and reach out to the brother. Go
Yeah.
ahead. Do yourself a favor.
Yeah, I'm not shy. Go and hit me on Instagram. I don't got Facebook no more. So just hit me on Instagram or Twitter and we'll go from there. Mostly Instagram though.
That's right. Well, I have this interview series, Derrick, that I created some time ago, and it is to get into leaders' heads, find out their inspirations and motivations. So the first question, Derrick, is describe yourself in 3 words.
Um, Funny, gotta be number one. Uh, I'm a character. I'm gonna say funny. Um, I'm gonna say I'm trying to think of a good word to put this one. I'm gonna say knowledgeable because I observe a lot and I take in a lot of information just from what's going on around me, and then I like to research and look into stuff, and I like to listen to people. I like to conversate with people, so I'll say knowledgeable. Um, as a second one, and third one, sure. What can I say? I don't want to say humanitarian, but that's the goal. That's the goal. Actually I'm gonna say pro-black.
Okay,
Black, yeah,
that's a great one.
yeah. I'm gonna say pro-black, y'all.
What was that fleeting moment in your life that catapulted you to your present self, but certainly could have really gone the other way?
Um, I'm gonna say it's probably two. The first one was my best friend I was just explaining about earlier.
Yes.
His death. I was actually everything went downhill for me then because like that was like I said that was the closest, that was the hardest loss I ever took in my life, and it
Hmm.
messed me up for 6 years. Man, I was depressed for like 6 years, and I didn't snap out of it until I had kids on the way.
Wow.
And then I was like, oh man, I gotta do something because the most thing I'm a father, and that's something I always looked forward to doing, and I always wanted to do in my life. I was like, I'm gonna be a father. Like I'm gonna be the best father ever. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
having kids kind of like snapped me out of that. I was like, oh no, I gotta get up and do something. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to have some kids, and I don't want my kids to
That's
look at me
right.
like this. I want to be looked at, you know what I'm saying, like this, like a role model, something they be proud of. You know what I'm saying?
I do.
So so around that time when the kids came, the second incident was it's kind of hard. Like I say, Saginaw, it's like it's no jobs. All the jobs moving away. We got 2 plants. One of them not even in Saginaw, so it's really one. It's a struggle for jobs. The education level, like schools closing, it's bad there. You know what I'm saying?
I
So
do.
it was kind of like hard to just like not to get involved in the streets, especially when I know everybody. Everything's so accessible for me because of who I am and me being known and everybody knowing me, and plus some history with my family and stuff like that. So
Yes.
I'm gonna say yeah. So I'm gonna say like I got sucked into that. I learned to like start running the streets, trying to. I had a goal. It wasn't like I was just doing it just to be doing it for a name. I was actually just trying to scrape up some money to put myself in a better position to be a kid, but to be a father.
Yeah.
But that's when I got in trouble, like I said earlier, and
Right.
I was in jail. Like my dad told me to break the cycle, so he got locked up when I was like 3 months, and he didn't get out until my 12th birthday. So like he was telling me just break the cycle because like drugs, selling drugs, or drug addiction, it played both sides of my family. So I was like, when I was sitting in jail, I said, man, I ain't feel right just sitting in jail. Like, dang, man, you got 2 kids out there and you can't do nothing up in here. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So when I got out, that's when I was like, I gotta find something legit to do. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
I can't break the cycle being in the cycle. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right.
Especially when my dad known for that. So my name, I'm a junior, so my name come up, they kind of automatically like, boom, your daddy one of the biggest drug dealers here, or
Oh
was. You know what I'm
wow.
saying? So yeah, so I was like, man, I gotta find another way out. And that's when I got out. That's what made me was thinking about it. And then it transpired to me looking at them senior pictures like, hey, I need to try this out. It's a legit hustle. It ain't nothing illegal. instead of teaching my son how or my daughter like about the street life, I can teach them like, hey man, if y'all ain't got another option, dad's also a photographer. Like he a videographer. This is something positive I can teach them if I do it right. You know what I'm saying? I can pass down to them. I can teach them skills. I can teach them to
That's the truth.
move on their own. Yeah. So that's what kind of happened. But during the midst of them was some of the darkest times of my life. Going through that stuff, trying to figure it out. You know what I'm saying? Doing what everybody else doing it. Don't nobody really got an answer. So I had to figure something out on my own. And just boom, a light bulb hit on. So I kind of get at my best friend's spirit. Actually, hey, boom, just shining that light bulb on me. Do the pictures, pick up the camera again. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
we already talked about doing it. Yeah, and I just been on it ever since.
That's a blessing.
Yeah.
What are your morning and nightly rituals?
As of right now, like I'm getting organized, so kind of be all over the place. Especially since Clubhouse came out, man, I'll be on that. I'll be on that stuff
Clubhouse
because there's so much information, man. There's so much like before Clubhouse, I spent a lot of time trying to figure out like, man, what should I do next? Like, I just wish I could talk to somebody that understand like where I'm at. You know what I'm saying? So I spent a lot of time YouTubing. Some of my favorite videographers and photographers trying to learn the craft. I know a lot about the craft, but now I'm like, dang, I gotta learn a lot about the business side of things. You know what I'm saying? So I had to learn about LLCs, laws, how to deal with customers, and this, and you know what I'm saying? Just so I won't keep having.
It's a lot of things.
Yeah, so it was a lot to take. I said, man, there's so much I'm gonna have to learn. So with Clubhouse, I got able to speak with people some everywhere.
Yes.
And just like I think we connected off of Clubhouse.
So we did connect off Clubhouse. Industry Connect.
Yeah.
Shout out to D Castro.
Yeah. So I was sitting back like, man, I got in the videographer's room. That's my favorite room because that's what I do. And there's so many people like they talked about the mental health aspect. I got to ask questions and not even ask the questions, sit in the room outside. I got the insight like, hey, man, I'm not the only one dealing with this. You know what I'm saying? Oh,
wow. You needed that.
So people, it don't matter what level of you on, it's like we all deal with it, but people got, hey, this is the way I remedy this problem, or this is how I deal with this. I'll take a break. So when I get over them, I'll take a break. We'll pick up so many gigs or projects, so I won't be feeling like this. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, okay, cool, because I'll start looking in the way I learned about they got teams, and they not just doing everything. You know what I'm saying? They talked about so much stuff. It was a lot of information to take in, so it's kind of hard for me to get away from that. Especially when I could just ask a question to anybody. It's like 30 people, 40 people in there answering the question.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so it's like that kind of accelerated my rituals right now, but before it was just like a lot of learning and a lot of like, dang, am I really cut out for this? You know what I'm saying? Like I was going through it mentally. It was to the point before Clubhouse came out, I was really about to quit.
Wow.
I was about to give up on video. I said, man, it's too much, man. I just might as well just get a job and just focus on my kids. You know what I'm saying? And when that came out, it was like, oh, bro, you're not the only one to do it, but this is how we deal with it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm up here, I deal with the celebrities and this and that. We still feel like that. So I was like, okay, cool. You know what I'm saying? And it kind of just made me feel more comfortable where I'm at and to keep going.
Yes, I'm so glad that you found some inspiration. I definitely did. I mean, if it wasn't for Clubhouse, I wouldn't have connected with you. I've done 2 other interviews today alone, and that's like a record for the podcast, for real. To have so many. I mean, I scheduled from connecting with people, like, as I was serious, I wasn't in the Interconnect room just to be listening to everybody. I was following people whose stories resonated with me, and I was following them on Instagram and messaging. I was really getting at it. And so I along with you, Derrick, I scheduled like 10 interviews in one day. And that's a record for me. I've been doing the podcast for It'll be 3 years on the 23rd of this month, and that was a record. I've never done that before, ever. So, Industry Connect Room and Clubhouse has been definitely inspiration, and definitely it's been a connection for me and my businesses. So I'm grateful for the app. I totally understand what you're saying. Like, I haven't really explored many of the rooms besides the Industry Connect room, but I went into another room, a smaller room today, and just from being in there, that one speaking about my business connected me with someone else that will be able to probably propel and help me with my business. So it's just been a Clubhouse really has been a blessing.
Hold on.
Okay.
Yeah, it was skipping out. I was like, hold on. I ain't want to miss nothing.
You fine. So who should I interview next?
I have my godmother, which she's also like she's a model coach. She's a photographer. She done film and stuff like that. So you can say she's a videographer, even though she kind of leave that to me now. She got a great story. She a good person. She put in a lot of work in the Saginaw community. You know what I'm saying? Like, as far as hosting groups and getting people together. They got the she had her hands in the Black Lives Matter movement, Saginaw version and stuff like that. And our city just trying to, like, she's hands-on with a lot of stuff. She do a lot of meetings for the community. So, like, I feel like she'll be a great person to interview. And
What is her name?
the knowledge she got, especially when it comes to like Naisha Clark. I can send you her information after this, so you can know exactly who it is. But yeah, but I feel like her interview will be great, especially like with the when going for like the black women movement and stuff like that.
Yes.
Yeah, so she can, you probably get some powerful stuff from her.
All right, please do connect me with her. Thank you.
I will.
Who is your target audience and your self-proclaimed niche, talents, and our gifts?
Repeat the last part after the audience.
What's your self-proclaimed niche, talents, and our gifts?
Okay. My targeted audience is, I'll say, right now it's really just the hood. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's who I relate to more, and that's who know me the most, and that's who really support and, you know what I'm saying, get all my views from is the hood in Saginaw, Michigan.
Yes.
So I'll say that's my audience. And that's also what I want to be my target audience too, because I want to educate them more and get them more insight, and so they won't be out here, you know what I mean? So it is my targeted audience, but I feel like before I can get their attention, I have to actually grow more as a actually level up, you know what I'm saying? So I can be more respected, you know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna say that's my targeted audience. That's my intended audience, but I know I got to reach out to more audiences and stuff like that. So before, hey man, he really doing something, and you know, I come back and they can actually treat me like I'm somebody, you know, that mean them well, so I can speak to them and help change the narrative. You know what I'm saying? Like my original goal. And some of my gifts, I'm gonna say my main gift is like, is just being a realist. Like, I could sit back and talk to people and relate to them. Like, if you sit down with me, you have a conversation, like a lot of people say they listen. I feel like a lot of people listen to respond. I listen to understand people.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So
I do.
and that's why I interview a lot of different people. I can sit back and talk to them and listen to them. Like, I ask questions so you can, you know, I'm trying to get you to speak on who you is.
Right.
And come out, be comfortable being you, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Speak your mind, and I'm asking you questions about you because you are somebody. All of us.
That's right.
Everybody is living. Ain't nobody better than nobody. Money don't mean nothing. Social status don't mean nothing. At the end of the day, we all live and we all die. We all struggling. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. We all feel that same stuff. So it just coming from different people is, you know, the story different. It's different perspectives on life. You know what I'm saying? And experiences. So I want to speak on this from your experience. You know what I'm saying? And I actually been doing a great job, like getting people to open up and speak. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like
Yes,
that's a gift. You know what I mean? Because a lot of people
it
can't do that.
is.
No, a lot of people can't do that. I feel like I connect with anybody if I can sit down and talk to them one on one.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's beautiful. What did the young you, and you're already young, so but what did the young you envision, see, think, or was told to make you impact people the way you do?
um, I'm gonna say what impacted me the most was not from really what people was telling me. Even though I had a lot of people like my grandparents, my mama, they all good persons, people and stuff like that. You know, like people love you. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like once reality kicked back in, like this one I seen from my experience, just to break it down better. What I'm trying to say, my grandmother's like I sit down, a lot of family members and stuff, and they sit down and tell me stuff. They can talk to me from like a heart to heart place.
Yes.
But the reality of it was after the conversation and stuff, you can say a week passed, that relationship or that conversation we made have had right then, these be the same people that be hurting me. These are the same people that, you know what I'm saying, like make me look like, why you do that? Like, I thought it was like this. I thought it was, you know what I'm saying? And like it switches up. And I realized as I got older, like they didn't mean no harm. They just from the way they grow up. It's a history to why people be who they is. You know what I'm saying?
Through
That's
that.
just how it is. It's not like, shoot, this is how they know. This is how they been their whole life. This they, you know what I'm saying? This them.
Right.
So I just started accepting people for who they are. But my biggest influence from my experience was more so my experiences going through that stuff, knowing how I felt. Because I feel like I'm the same person. I just got wiser and I just started understanding stuff differently, looking at stuff from different perspectives and stuff like that, to the point where I learned to be. I took so many lessons in to the point where I feel like I can teach. You know what I'm saying? Like, because now
Yes.
I'm at an older age where I'm like, hey, I see somebody younger making the same mistake. You know what I'm saying? And I know like it's hard to do this with adults, but sometimes I look into stuff and I can look at an adult like, why he doing that? You know what I'm saying? Like, and I
Yeah.
can try to talk to them and stuff like that, which that's probably the hardest conversation because they feel like I'm older than you. I know what I'm doing. I'm way more experienced. You need to be listening to me.
Right.
You know what
That
I'm
part.
saying? But it's like, but at the end of the day, man, we all humans and everybody grow at different levels. You know what I mean?
They do.
So
We do.
even though I'm young, I'm probably 28, but I always was told, because I have connected with adults, I always was told like I got an old soul sometimes, you know what I'm saying? From the way I think and look at stuff, I got a whole different outlook on life and a lot of things, you know what I'm saying?
I
So
do.
my conversations be very interesting no matter where I'm at. If somebody sit down and talk to me, they always be like, "Oh, I'm glad I talked to him. I like talking to you." You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
yeah, so that's just me. So it's just like I feel like I'm relatable because I've been through a lot, a lot. I done seen people get killed. I done seen a lot of stuff and experienced a lot of stuff. Like I was really the epitome of what they mean to be a hood. You know what I'm saying? Well, I drive a lot of people crazy. I've been through it. My dad was in prison since I was 3 months, right before my 12th birthday, and my mom was in and out. So it was like I was just me and my three little brothers and stuff like that. So we all experienced a lot of stuff. Like we got took by the people, everything. Like so
Yeah.
I'd have been there. I'd have been fatherless. I'd have had my dad. You know what I'm saying? I've been motherless and had my mother. You know what I'm saying? I'd have had good times with my mama, bad times with my mama. Same with my daddy. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
same with friendships. I done been backstabbed, I done been betrayed. I done lost close people to me. Like, you know what I'm saying? I had multiple friends that get killed to gun violence or suicide and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Not like it's deep because like I actually been like I hear a lot of females talk about rape. You feel me?
Yes.
And one thing that I always seen, like listening to women speak on men about rape and stuff like that, it's like I'm a victim of rape by two women. I got raped by a
Oh wow.
14-year-old and one of my mama friends. So it's like I feel the same way as y'all, but it seemed like because I'm a dude, it or a man, you know what I'm saying, or a male, period. it don't get the same type of Dave Chappelle actually said this in the stand-up comedy, like, ain't no hotline for men, you know what I'm saying? Like,
No, there
like the
isn't,
dude, something happened to do, it's
sadly.
like, we gotta suck it up, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Don't nobody really sympathize with men on certain stuff, you know what I mean? So
I do
it's
get
like,
it.
yeah, so it's kind of like I'm even with the whole man versus women thing. I be having to tell people, like, when females talk, I was like, well, females do that too. So it's not really like a man do this, or females do this, females do that. It's more so like certain people do this. It's just them as an individual. You know what I'm saying? It's not a gender. And I think that need to be started surfacing more than, you know, I feel like it's more, they do that like that, separated like that, because it's profitable. You know what I'm saying? Like, for us as people, or black people, to come together and go forward, the men and the women have to be on the same page.
Yes.
We got to work together. We can't keep, like, we destroying each other. All that stuff, like, even the women progressing, a lot of progress is made in this country at the expense of destroying your male counterpart. You know what I'm saying? And we can't be tearing each other down. At some point, we got to have this conversation openly and move forward. You know what I'm saying? And do things. All of us need to do things different, with a whole different perspective and understanding, to make any progress for the future of our for our kids and stuff like that. Like, we got to make this world a better place. We're not gonna do it, keep doing the same, going down the same path, and they're just saying it because it sound cool or it sound like what's right. We actually got to do this and enforce it. We got to help. Everybody got to hold each other accountable. You know what I'm saying?
You're actually right. We do have to work on we, as in the African American family and the African family, work on relationships between women and men, because
And also the children, because
it's been systematically destroyed.
yeah, and I feel like the children too, because like I said earlier, you can't really speak to adults because they're not gonna never talk to you, have a conversation with you like you a human being. They always gonna look at that status like, I'm older than you, or I'm the daddy, or I'm the uncle. You supposed to be listening to me, but it's like, a lot of times I can't pick up nothing from you because of the type of person you come off to me.
Well,
And that's like when you get in the streets, like, you go from your family, they treat you like that, like status, you know what I'm saying? But in the streets, these older guys, they don't care how old you is. What's up, bro? What's wrong with you? They come over here and they talk to you and treat you with more respect than the people that you live with, or your blood, you know what I'm saying, or people you close to. So that's
right.
the reason a lot of people get comfortable in the streets. And then it's not necessarily just because they, you know, they relate to you, don't, it's not necessarily meaning that, like, they mean you any good. You just feel good being around them because you can be yourself and they accept you for you. But that still not mean they're not gonna manipulate you. They're gonna how you know. It's crazy. You know what I'm saying? And it
I
took me to get
do.
older to understand that. So it's just all messed up. But like I said, we got to change the narrative in some type of way. And all these podcasts and stuff, like, I was looking forward to this interview so I could speak like this. You know what I'm saying? So yeah,
And
so yeah, we got to, man. We gotta all do better. We all gotta all have an understanding of each other, man, at some point. And I don't mean nothing like I'm pro black, but I'm not racist. I got love for anybody. Like Tupac said, that's one of my idols. You know what I'm saying? Him, Malcolm X. I think that's Malcolm behind you. Like,
yes,
it's
it
more
is.
so, yeah, it's more so like, I don't do the race thing. I'm more like, who real and who fake. Like,
Like,
I don't care
okay,
what color you is, man, because I done met some good white people. I done met some, no matter the race, man, real is real at the end of the day. I done met
it
some of the
is.
fakest people from the people that raised me. You know what I'm saying? Like, how can you trip? Why you make me feel like you hate me? But these people over here never met me before, treat me with so much love and teach me way more than you ever said. They like to spend time with me, but the people that love me don't. They act like, that come around, they act like I'm a nuisance or I'm a burden or something like that. Why I feel like that with my own family? You feel me? So,
I mean, I definitely have to say that I get way more love from strangers than my family. So I can definitely relate to that,
yeah,
brother.
and not, you
Relate
know what I'm
to
saying,
that.
it'd be funny, but it's
And
like you older than me, right? So it's like this has been going on. This not nothing new.
no, it's not new,
You know what
and
I'm
I've
saying?
just learned to not take it personally,
And
and
we
I
learned to
just
deal
recognize it.
with.
I recognize that they just don't get me. You know, those they don't get me. So it's all good. You know, the strangers do. So I can roll with that. And I asked for people that was gonna get me. You know, so
Yeah.
it works out. So I'm gonna get back to the interview. Let's see. Where were we? What is your favorite book, song, and quote, and why?
My favorite book and my favorite song.
And your favorite quote.
All right. So I got a lot of books I like. I got to think. I never really answer myself. That kind of put me on the spot. I got to do a little thinking.
Okay, you got it.
I'm gonna say, oh man, really, I do a lot of research. I'll just look up different articles and stuff. It'll have to be. I'm gonna have to say, when I was going through some stuff when I was little, I remember reading the Frankenstein book.
Yeah.
And it kind of like, you know what I'm saying, took me to a different place because like I was actually sucked into reading that. It actually felt like I escaped, you know what I'm saying, some stuff. So I'm gonna say that had to be my favorite one because I can remember everything clear as day. And I read that book in elementary school.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and I think I read it like 3 times too. So I'm gonna say that it's a nonfiction. That's my favorite nonfiction book, or fiction book. Actually, my bad. My favorite nonfiction is the Bill Cosby. I can't remember the I think it's Come On People. It's a blue book. And because when I read it, it was like he was speaking on a lot of real stuff. I mean, like I hear the allegations against him and stuff like that. That I feel like that's a personal thing, you know what I'm saying? And he being punished for that. But him, as far as his knowledge and stuff like that, he spoke a
Yes.
lot of truth. You know what I'm saying? Like him as a like, I read some book, man. I was like, wow. And that kind of also inspired me wanting to change the narrative too. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So it's like I'm gonna say that's my favorite nonfiction book. Song, I gotta give it to Tupac. It's like that's hard because it's not the songs, the gangster songs and stuff like that. Like he got this one song called "Mama Just a Little Girl."
Okay.
That song deep. You know what I'm saying? And like he been gone for like he thought in 1996. It's been a long time, over 20 years.
Yeah, it's been a
And
while.
a lot of the stuff he made music about, and he had to make these songs before 1996. You know what I'm saying? He
Right.
was way beyond his time. You know what I'm saying? And he got a lot of messages, a lot of knowledge in his stories and stuff like that. Like you can grasp a lot of stuff, a lot of emotions from his music. He made you feel it. Shit, it's a
Yes.
lot of songs I listen to and make me cry. You know what I'm saying? So I'm
Yes.
gonna say it's like songs like "Mama Little Girl," "Mama Just a Little Girl," um, shoot, it's so many, man.
Give me your
There's so
top
many.
three.
I'm gonna say "Mama's Just a Little Girl," "Dear Mama." That's my favorite. I was gonna say that was probably my favorite one. I had to say "Dear Mama" my favorite, but there's so many. Dear Mama, "Mama's Just a Little Girl," and it's this one called "Soldier Story." And I think that was on the Tupacalypse when he first came out.
Yeah,
Actually,
I
no,
got
no,
it.
no, no, no. It's called Burning Heart. It's one called Burning Heart. He was talking about love. And this was never released. This was like way before he became a big artist and anything. He was on the tape. It's on YouTube. It's called My Burning Heart. That's deep.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And I feel like men still do that to this day. On the love side, it's explaining man's from a man perspective on the love side, from the secure man and the passionate man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Okay.
So that's one of my favorite. I'm the top three.
Thank you. You're introducing me to Tupac songs. So thank
Right.
you. I will be researching them and playing them on your episode. What?
That'd be love.
What's your favorite quote?
My favorite quote. Ooh, it's a lot of them. But I'm gonna say the one like this the stuff that got me attached to Tupac as a poet. But he made this quote: if you can't find nothing to live for, then you better find something to die for. You see what I'm
Ah,
saying? That's
yes.
deep. Cause you got either way, you gotta live. You know what I'm saying? Like either way, you go die anyway. You gotta live this life. Like you got something to live for, you gotta find something to die for. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta get through it. Gotta live for something. You gotta find a purpose.
Derrick, name 2 things you want to tell the world.
Um, main thing is what I was saying earlier about men and women not getting along. It's just even everything. It's just like we need better communication. Like if I could talk to the whole world, like everybody can hear me right now.
Yes.
The main
You would,
thing and the
you would
main
say,
thing would be communication. You know what I'm saying? And the second one will be self-understanding. Cause we gotta also understand our emotions. Like people go off their emotions, we react to them and be like, "Oh, this is how I am and this is how I feel." But when I did some research on emotions and stuff like that, what I understood was just like, "Oh no, I need to start understanding what sparked this emotion." What they call emotional intelligence. We need to do a lot of stuff like researching emotions and embracing our emotion and emotional intelligence more than just reacting off the emotions and thinking people are supposed to be a certain way. They not. Everybody is doing their job when they being themselves. You know what I'm saying? We supposed
true,
to accept people for who they are. The more
right?
you understand yourself emotionally, the more you get to understand other people emotionally. You know what I'm saying? Because you probably got through some stuff on your emotional intelligence side that another person probably still ignorant to or don't understand about themselves. And them type of conversations I want to have with everybody. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of people just don't understand it. And when they don't understand it, I hate to say it, but I kind of like distance myself from them because I can't get nothing from you. And it's like you will bring me down. Like you making yourself dead weight at that point. You know what I'm saying? So it'd be communication and emotional intelligence. I'll talk to the whole world about that. We got to.
Well, all right. Derrick, are you a saver or a shopper? And what are your financial strategies?
Okay. I'm gonna say I'm a saver. But I do like to shop. Like
Right?
when it come to, I would say like my biggest, when I spend most of my money on, it be food. Like I,
Okay.
I like to
Me
eat,
too.
so, but I noticed that at the same time, so it's kind of like okay, I noticed like okay, I need to start coming home and cook because a lot of stuff I be buying, you can cook that at the crib and be
Come
way
on.
cheaper,
It'd be way cheaper.
and you get
Yes,
way
I
more. You
know.
can eat that, you can cook it at the crib, be eating all week type stuff. You know what I'm saying? So
I
I learned,
do.
I kind of like look for ways like that. Like okay, I like to eat this, and that. I need to learn how to make it at home so I can. It could be less. It be cheaper. It lasts longer. Give me more of it to eat. You know what I'm saying? I can eat it till I'm tired of it, and then I can actually
Yes.
make it the way I like. You know what I'm saying? And it be stuff like that. I'm always looking for shortcuts or ways to better do stuff. You know what I'm saying? And I just haven't got to the point where I just put my foot on the pedal and just went on and just did it completely. It's a progress. Rome wasn't built in a day. You know what I'm saying?
Of
But that's what I'm working on.
course.
You feel me?
Nice.
So yeah, it's like if I could talk to somebody about financial, like just give some financial advice, it's to make sure you're not spending your money ignorantly. You know what I'm saying? Don't
Hmm.
just spend money impulsively, spontaneous and stuff like that. Like you probably see some, oh, I'm gonna go buy that. Oh, them Jordans come out the month's cold, and everybody talking about them. I gotta have me some too. You spending your money crazy. You know what I mean? Like
I
a lot
do.
of us do that. So I kind of like watch other people that do that. I'm like, no, I ain't gonna spend my money on that. I ain't gonna buy that. You know what I'm saying? I be
Yeah.
wanting to because it be like them months is fire though. Like they not lying, but it's like almost $200 or $300. I'm not about to go do that. You gotta wait in line. People getting shot about shoes. Heck no. You feel me? And then it's like I look at
Got
my
a good
financial
look.
situation. I be like, if I go buy that, that's gonna stop. Like them shoes is gonna stop me from getting where I want to be. Cause like later on down the line, when I'm straight, if I keep building what I'm building, I can buy all the shoes I want.
Right.
And it won't, you know what I'm saying? Got nothing to do. So I look at it like that. Like that's not important right now.
I feel that. Does your key values and life mission speak first to your race and then the world, vice versa, or that is not a thought of yours as you live day to day?
I'll repeat that one more time so I can answer that. Good. That's a good question.
Thank you. Does your key values and life missions speak first to your race and then the world, vice versa, or that is not a thought of yours as you live day to day?
I would say, from my experience living with around my own people, I'm gonna say yes, it is a key value to my people first, but it's not excluded to the world. And the reason I say that people is just because the state that we in as people, you know what I'm saying? Like, I done looked up some stuff about just black people in general, just trying to see what other races' perspective on this is. I done looked at YouTube videos about that. And really, at this point in the game, we doing everything to ourselves. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's just spiraling out. It's too far out of control. And the only people can gain control of it is us. So I put a lot of emphasis on our own people first before anything, because at this point, like, what we gonna do? We can keep saying, oh, the government ain't doing this, the white people this, the police bad, police this and that. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, like, look at the decisions we making. Look at
Right.
what we accept as a lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't look forward to better. We just, oh, it's messed up. And that thought lasts for a lifetime sometimes. You know what I'm saying?
True
People
that.
give up, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, we need to find some type of hope somewhere else. And that's something I be trying to figure out, like, what message can I give to other people? Once I build this platform and I got a big enough platform to where I got a lot of people following, what can I tell all these people? And that's something I'm trying to figure out during my journey. And I don't want to just be considered just the black people, but it's like a overall understanding. Like, white people too, like, the racism is ignorant. I appreciate the ones that's not, but let's talk about the ones that is. Like, why? For what? Then even some of the black people, I understand they pain, you know what I'm saying, towards white people, and they hurt and they hatred, you know what I mean? But why? It's not gonna solve the problem. It's gonna start that. Them emotions only gonna start a war or agitate, you know what I'm saying, the people that y'all, like, it's people that y'all feel like that. Oh, we hate white people. This one, we hate black people. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna agitate them. All the people that understand, looking at it like me, we trying to stay away from that. Like, no, that's gonna explode. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's like, to talk to those type of people, like, how can we? What can I say? You know what I mean? Once I get it, I don't want to just have a large following, a lot of people just saying my name and this and that. I always want to be passing a positive message to people. You feel me?
I love that.
Yeah, so it's like, I don't want to just have a million people. Like, everybody know my, like, a lot of rappers. They just, only thing they can do, they got all this big old following, and the only thing they can do is like, I got a lot of money. Look what I just bought. Oh, I'm doing this. Look, I'm having sex with all the fine. What is you? That's pointless.
That's all you about?
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Y'all make, like, a lot of people talk about some stuff, but most of them is like, what are y'all rapping about? You know what I'm saying? Like, Tupac had a purpose when he became a rapper.
He was so full of substance.
Yes. And even Malcolm X, he had a message. Like, all the people we really look up to, Martin Luther King had a message. Rosa Parks, she stood her ground, and then she had a message. Angela Davis had a message. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, whatever they did, they had a message. They had morals, and they stood their ground. And they'd rather die before, you know what I mean?
Yes,
so they ain't had no pointless life. Like, they died for something. They lived for something. They died for something. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want to just have a bunch of people following me and just be like, oh yeah, I'm fresh, I'm fly, this and that. No, I want y'all to learn something from me. You know what I'm saying? I want to leave peace. I want to leave some peace behind, peace of mind. You know what I'm saying? Or something.
Yes.
That affect people. They make their life a little easier. And I feel like Pop did that. I feel like all our ancestors, that's all they live for. But I feel like due to the events that happened and how it happened, how it turned out, we more so upset with what we've been through as people, experience as people, more than the message that our people was trying to pass when they was fighting. You know what I'm saying?
That's deep.
And
That's deep.
yeah, just like this prime example for those that don't understand. It's like I looked at slavery. All right, I'm gonna just tell you this story.
Okay.
It's deep because I had two kids for the first time. I got a boy and a girl. I got two baby mamas. You know what I'm saying? And I don't believe in that, but it happened. And I'm glad it happened because it changed me made me a better person. You know what I'm saying? It had its pros and cons, but it was more positive than negative. You know what I'm saying? So
Yes.
I'm gonna say I was actually at 25, I was contemplating suicide.
Okay.
And that sounds crazy, you know what I'm saying? But I just just from everything, everything going on, I was just like, what's the point? And then I just started thinking. I sat in the house on my 25th birthday. I sat in the house for like 3 weeks, and I was just thinking about a lot of stuff. I had a gun there, but it's like I might as well just go and do it. Like I'm trying to geek myself up to do it, like seriously.
Wow.
But what stopped me was it just a thought crossed my mind. I just started thinking about slavery. I said, damn, like it was a point in time that somebody was born into slavery, was mistreated their whole entire life. And no matter if they was killed, hung, lynched, if they survived all that stuff, they still had to pass away naturally.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I said, here I am I said, I ain't going through nothing compared to back then. We couldn't even read and write. I said, I went to school, you know what I'm saying? I got a diploma. I was like, man, I said, then at this point, I said, I can take control of my life and I can make my life be whatever I want it to be. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So I was like, I'm just going to make the rest of my life better than the first 25 years of my life.
Yes.
And the thing about the slavery part was what I realized, I'm like, damn, like people mention slavery. I was like, what is slavery for real? Like slavery, if you look at it, it's like just basically the labor of working. Like we still working. We still like basically we still slaves. You know what I'm saying?
We are still slaves.
But when you ask somebody about slavery, you just mention slavery. Oh, the first thing they think about is the abuse, the getting beat, the mistreated, the rapes. You know what I'm saying? The separation of families and stuff like that. All this stuff still going on is just systematic. But when you think about slavery, that's what we think about. That's what we be mad about. You know what I'm saying?
I do.
I was like, yeah, that's kind of, it's a misunderstanding somewhere between there. You know what I'm saying? Like the abuse stopped, but the slavery still going on, but we accept it. We just don't want to be abused by white people. And that's why I feel like there's a lot of hatred towards them because of what happened and the stories that's been passed down. You know what I'm saying?
I do.
How people get treated. But at the same time, I'm like, we get abused in our families at home all the time. It's somebody that can right now while we talk, it's a kid going home. They probably starving. Somebody telling them they ain't shit. All type of stuff. And they going through it. And then they coming up next with the next bad attitude and stuff like that. Abuse, we doing abuse to each other.
That's
now,
true.
And still getting abuse in the courtroom the same way. Still getting abuse from the police. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I'll be like, at some point in time, it's like, you got to tell people, like, what are we going to do? We still doing the same thing over and over and over every generation. We think money going to solve the problem. It's not. That's their money. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you could have $1 million. It's sitting in them people's banks and they loaning that money out to make more money off your money. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, at the end of the day, they control all the money. When you go buy them shoes, you giving it back to who? You paying them taxes. Who the money going to? You know what I'm saying? So like, come on, look at the game.
Powers that be.
You feel me? Like I say, peep the game, bro. Like, then like, all right, this election, for instance, everybody talking about Trump racist and this and that, or this and that. Look, Trump can feel how you want to feel about black people, but at the end of the day, it don't matter who in office, because can't nobody in office stop us from treating other people the way we treat people. That don't even make sense. The president gonna make us start treating each other better. Obama was in office, like, we was still treating each other crazy. You feel me? Like, when is we gonna wake up as people? No matter what the race, why are we treating each other foul? You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So I feel the importance of like voting and all that stuff, but at the same time, I feel like I don't need nobody. I don't need to vote for somebody to make me treat somebody better. All right, you know what I'm saying? Now, to carry myself with a certain respect and respect people. You
No,
know what
I
I mean?
feel that.
Individual stuff. So that's just how I be thinking.
I feel that.
Yeah, I'm deep.
I see. I see. That's good. I mean, I love that. And that's why the universe allowed us to connect, because I feel you. Like, you haven't said anything that I didn't feel. So what you're saying
Yeah.
resonates with me. What is your website and your business name?
My business name overall is D Hicks Media LLC. I have a website, but I gotta go decorate it and stuff, so I don't want to put that out there right now. I've been playing on that
Okay.
one. Yeah, so I'm gonna put the website out a little later this year. Um, but I got a lot of different branches. Like with the Flicked Up Media, I got a photography part. Um, I got a interview part, and I'm just still learning everything. So I'm gonna just fix it up. It's probably everything gonna fall under the D Hicks Media, but I'm gonna have other LLCs under that too. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. And where do we follow you on social media?
Flick the Rick right now is my Instagram. That's my
How you
main
spell
person.
that?
Flick Derrick. And I Flick, like I said, everybody call me Flick. And the reason I got Derrick, because it's stand like it kind of sound like my name, Derrick. So I said Flick Derrick.
Oh, okay. Play
Yeah,
on.
you know what I'm saying? I kind of finessed the game. Yep. So that's my
How you
personal
spell that?
Flick FLICK underscore THA underscore Rick RICK. And that's my Instagram. I can't remember my Twitter. I don't be on Twitter that much. I think it's D Hicks, either it's D Hicks Media or Flicked Up. It's either one, but I can't. I probably can look at it right now.
Okay.
Actually,
That's awesome. You have really just
yeah,
poured out some jewels. And I thank you so much for coming on the show. And
yeah.
our last segment, Derrick, is mining for diamonds. And that's our segment where we ask that you drop two more jewels for business owners and people aspiring to become business owners.
Oh yeah. So I forgot exactly what I said when I filled it out, but I know the one thing, like a lot of people when they think about business, they go for like the main objective is making money. You feel me?
Yeah.
But from what I'm understanding now, it's like, well, I probably just for an entrepreneur, um, the relationship networking and building relationships with people is way more important than making the money, because the money gonna come. You know what I'm saying? Uh, and secondly, I forgot the second part. I'm trying to think. Oh, it's in learning about what you're doing, and study people, study everything. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't just get into it just like, oh, I'm about to do this and it's gonna make money. Like, study what you do, learn the game, like keep learning. Don't ever stop learning. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So keep networking and building relationships with people. For instance, I got some friends in Saginaw that got some big features with some artists, and they went out and paid these people for these features, right? And a lot of
Okay.
people think like, oh, because this person on my song about to blow up because I went crazy and stuff like that. And the
Okay.
song don't do what they think it's gonna do. You know what I'm saying? And then y'all just paid these people this all this money for whatever reason. But it's like these people didn't even, they did the song, but after they did the song, it was just business to them. Now,
Oh,
if that's what you wanted, then that's what you got. You know what I'm saying? And it's a difference between paying a person for a song and people thinking y'all cool or whatever, than actually building a relationship with that person.
And
If you build
knowing
a
y'all.
relationship, yeah, because if you got a relationship with, or you network and you got a relationship with this person, and they see some value in you, or you know what I'm saying, they just got a liking towards you, they won't charge you for no feature. They just keep it real. They gonna do it out of respect. Like with you, I asked you about the interview, you know what I'm saying, and you waived the fee, and I still sent you at least half. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that was love.
Yes, I was like, no, she got to get paid. I want to get paid for my interviews, so I be doing a lot of work. And then it's more so promoting other people's, and people will charge for interviews and stuff like that, depending on the interview. So I was like, that's love, but I gotta that'll be me being a hypocrite if I don't give you nothing. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, no, I gotta do half. You know what I'm saying? She gave, I gotta tip you half. You know what I'm saying? Because you still
was all love.
Yeah, you still taking the time out to do what you're doing and spend this time with me. Your time is valuable. You know what I'm saying? So
man, that's the truth.
So I already understand just from us doing the same thing.
Exactly. You feel me?
Yeah.
I'm actually I was talking to somebody else that I met from Industry Connect. She was like, "You're only asking for $20?"
That's what I was thinking. I said it's only 20. You know what I'm saying? But I would have said the whole 20. But it's like I got stuff going on. I said I can do 10. And that was just, you didn't even ask for it. You know what I'm saying?
No.
I was like, no, you gotta give her something. Like,
I appreciate that. That's all love, man. As me and my friend, we talk about that sort of concept where there's just a thought to give just because you know that you're adding value. So I appreciate that. But yeah, I think I'm gonna raise the fee up. I think I'm gonna raise the fee up for sure.
You should. And I'll say on your social medias, I had learned this. I seen something like, it was something about just video creating. Like a lot of people, like I thought taking pictures was easy. Like I said, I had to learn. I was like, oh, this is way more. This stuff deep. But I still learned it. You know what I'm saying? I took time out to like get an understanding of what's going on. I still got a long way to go. But it's the same thing, because a lot of people think like, oh, I'm just talking to this person. But once we finish talking, like you said, you got to do the audios and put it on these platforms and stuff like that. And you got to build some social media. You're trying to put it on YouTube. And it's a lot of work, bro. Like, it sounds simple, but it's actually a lot of work. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you're doing it the right, messing with them algorithms on the social sites and then all these tags are trying to reach a lot of people. It's a lot.
It is.
You know what I mean?
Derrick.
Yeah. So like, yeah, you
we
should.
need we're gonna get us a team.
That. Huh?
We're gonna get us a team.
For sure. We got to.
Got to. That's the truth. That's one of the goals. I don't even know if that's the goal for this year, but either way, it's definitely got to get done. Yeah. And but I thank you so much for coming on the show. It's been a pleasure talking to you. It's been very enlightening. It was awesome learning more about Flicked Up TV and the hot seat. And we just thank you for coming on. And thank everybody for tuning in to another episode of a News You Can Use podcast. And we gonna say peace.
Mm-hmm. It's over.
It's over.
Providing stability in uncertain times, division leaders Tamara and Xavier Bannister will protect your employees and their families with the security of life insurance. Being the CEO of a company comes with a plethora of responsibilities such as communication, understanding, and critical thinking. The most important skill of a true leader is to lead from the front. Having the best intentions to secure and educate employees with integrated resources will be the core components needed for innovative thinking. Many corporations will be making groundbreaking achievements during the COVID-19 pandemic. Let's put supporting your employees with a thriving legacy of affordable life insurance on the forefront of your agenda. Build a company on solid ground. Life insurance is essential for future generations to have a legacy of integrity. Contact us at 818-392-9479. Division leaders Tamara and Xavier Bannister. Affordable life insurance for your budget. The Bannisters. Division leaders of Primerica. 818-392-9479. Call today for a quote. The Bannisters, Division Leaders, 818-392-9479. Peace. I want to thank everyone who's tuning in from Missouri, Texas, Illinois, Virginia, California, Minnesota, the District of Columbia, New York, Kansas, Oregon, South Carolina, Georgia, Florida, Alabama, Ohio, New Jersey, Louisiana. Thank you everywhere you're listening to the podcast. I just found out something. I just learned something. So thank you for tuning in wherever you are. Thank you for tuning in Canada, United Kingdom, Brazil, Ireland, India, Romania, Russia, Guyana, Finland, Italy, Australia, Suriname, Kenya, Singapore, France, Bangladesh, Germany, Bahrain, Ivory Coast, Norway, Spain, Serbia, Mexico, South Africa, the Netherlands is tuning in. Thank you. Argentina, Colombia, Nigeria, Mauritius, and thank you, Egypt, for tuning in. We appreciate you tuning in wherever you are in the world. We appreciate you. Continue to share the podcast, download the past episodes, follow us on Spotify, subscribe on Apple Podcasts, review the podcast because it does help us to be discovered by more people like yourselves. Favorite the podcast on Anchor and leave me a voice message that with feedback and ideas for any suggestions for upcoming business spotlights, any suggestions on topics, any feedback on what you heard on any of the previous episodes. Leave a voice message. I'll play it. I may play it on the next episode.
Free your mind while it's time. What's up with that? I got one thing on my mind. What's up with that? Revolution. Yo, that's Pharaoh Jerome. Please make me die 1,000 deaths in a day, and then I won't jump in the front while you put it down for the new time. Put it down for the new time. Assalamu alaikum. Peace. Shalom, shalom. Hotel. Yeah, MIDT Records. B&B Productions. Rhythmic Sound. Love to rap. Yo, check it out. At all your local neighborhood stores.
Young mother. That's right. I feel you.
Mama's Just a Little Girl by Tupac.
Born a heavy-set girl with pigtails and curls, a heart full of gold, still it won't change the world. Though she could never understand why some underhanded plans witness a man die. Was only 15, should have been a beauty queen. Still see her crying by the caskets when her parents got killed. Little girl, don't cry, cause even though they died, you can best believe they watching over thee from the sky. Never asked for this misery, but look at what you getting. It's a blessing in disguise. When you find out you're pregnant, no money, no home, and even though you all alone, you got to do this on your own. So baby, gone. I wish you luck, and if you need me, call. Just come to me and let me feed you all. I can understand the way it feels when you're fighting this world, facing all this drama when mama's just a little girl. And mama's just a little girl. At 16, what a beautiful thing, the very essence of a jet black ebony queen. And who could tell she'd get pregnant at an early age? She didn't listen, had sex, watch her belly raise. Hey, got violated by someone she dated. If this is fate, I hate to see the seed she created. And so we waited, though it takes time to build the body and the mind. She reclines 9 months, then finally it's time. What do we find? Little growing boy of mine, of a tortured soul, addicted to a life of crime, at no time for the growing stage. He learned his values on the streets at an early age. Watch for police, don't come home. Why? Cause mama's acting crazy at the hospital. About to have another baby like a rose from the concrete, growing within. Blessed blessed with twins. How the hell can mama raise 3 men? So we began close as family. Such insanity, a happy home from one act of inhumanity. Plus mama said the seed was corrupted, used to rub her belly, begging us to breathe, and she love us. Now mama sits quiet, sipping peppermint schnapps. Turn the house into a spot, made her watch for cops. Hey, how can mama bring a thug like me in this world? She ain't the cause of all the drama, cause mama's just a little girl. Mama's just a little girl. How can she raise it? Now, will she remain in the same spot? The gunshots rang, they came from the cane spot. Now look here, I see her clutching the sun. In her arms she hurt, her heart bleeding as she watched her seed die in the dirt. Fulfill prophecy, but who can stop the grief? I walk around trying to hold the world up on top of me. I'd probably be an innocent man, still I'm the victim of a curse. What could be worse? Nothing but pain since my birth. Only functions at the pen, cause everybody's in, paying back society. I'm guilty of a life of sin. Watch the drama occur, my eyes blurred before I jet it. I wonder why we all have to die before we get it. Though we shed tears, so many tears I done buried. Worried and scared, knowing I'ma see the cemetery. Must be prepared in this cold world, no one cares. No, it ain't fair, but we all bear and do our share in this land of the underhanded schemes and plans. Vivid dreams of a nigga having G's in hand. Mama told me not to be a punk. Fuck what you talking about, coward, what you niggas want? Hey, there ain't a thing I wouldn't do for my mama in this world, cause you know I ain't mad at you. You just a little girl. Hell no. See, mama's just a little girl. Mama's just a little girl. Mama's just a little girl. I ain't facing all this trauma, cause mama's just a little girl. They ask us why we mutilate each other like we do. They wonder why we hold such little worth on human life. To ask us why we turn from bad to worse, is to ignore from which we came. You see, you wouldn't ask why the rose that grew from the concrete had damaged petals. On the contrary, we would all celebrate its tenacity. We would all love its will to reach the sun. Well, we are the roses. This is the concrete, and these are my damaged petals. Don't ask me why. Thank God, nigga. Ask me how. You see, mama's just a little girl.
St. Louis dropping, popping.
Black bodies on the line. Let the creator elevate your mind.
New hits like this.
Like 3, you're out, no mistake. That's the way the pitch break. My old man, sleeping in his
The Redemption Song by V.
sometimes
Nelson.
grumbling and complaining, but always keeping on. A garden of fragrant flowers. Then you, woman, child,
Last poet, you know it.
flowering garden of my heart, and my heart opened to you.
Pick it up at your local neighborhood
Like a stream
stores.
flowing out.
And welcome back to the News You Can Use podcast. Did you know that your support keeps this podcast alive, keep episodes getting recorded, new content created, researched? Just gives me the power and the energy to continue to create more news you can use. Time that the hours per episode and per marketing sessions that I spend creating this for you takes away from me participating in any other income-driven activities. So your support is needed to sustain future episodes of the News You Can Use podcast, and also for leveling up, because I want to make this better for you. I have a logo getting worked up for you and connecting with other vendors so that we can really just be set up just like when I talk about sponsorship, we can set up just like the radio stations do. The radio stations come and they show up, they set up a whole music DJ, have a DJ to attract business to your to drive clients and customers to your store or your physical location. And that's the whole point of the News You Can Use podcast. And so your support is needed. You can contribute monthly by clicking the support this podcast button on the Anchor app. When you give $9.99 monthly, I get, as the creator, get 13% more per dollar. So I'm really grateful for you, and continue to give and show your support and love. Thank you. Engage. Let's connect. Ujamaa Cooperative Economics.
I was pregnant in
Dear
jail.
Mama,
I thought I was going to have
by
a baby,
Tupac.
and the baby would never be with me, but I was acquitted a month and 3 days before Tupac was born. I was real happy because I had a son.
When I was young, me and my mama had beef. 17 years old, kicked out on the streets. Though back at the time, I never thought I'd see her face. Ain't a woman alive that could take my mama's place. Suspended from school, I'm scared to go home. I was a fool with the big boys, breaking all the rules. Shed tears with my baby sister. Over the years, we was poor than other little kids. And even though we had different daddies, the same drama when things went wrong, we blame mama. I reminisce on the stress I caused. It was hell, hugging on my mama from a jail cell. And who thinking elementary? Hey, I see the penitentiary one day. Running from the police, that's right. Mama catch me, put a whooping to my backside. And even as a crack fiend, mama, you always was the black queen, mama. I finally understand, for a woman it ain't easy trying to raise a man. You always was committed, a poor single mother on welfare. Tell me how you did it, there's no way I can pay you back. But the plan is to show you that I understand. You all appreciate it. Don't you know we love you, sweet dear mama. There's no one above you, sweet. You all appreciate it. Don't you know we love you? Now ain't nobody tell us it was fair. No love from my daddy, cause the coward wasn't there. He passed away and I didn't cry, cause my anger wouldn't let me feel for a stranger. They say I'm wrong and I'm heartless, but all along I was looking for a father, he was gone. I hung around with the thugs, and even though they sold drugs, they showed a young brother love. I moved out and started really hanging. I needed money of my own, so I started slanging. I ain't guilty, cause even though I sell rocks, it feels good putting money in your mailbox. I love paying rent when the rent's due. I hope you got the diamond necklace that I sent to you. Cause when I was low, you was there for me. You never left me alone because you cared for me. And I can see you coming home after work late. You're in the kitchen trying to fix us a hot plate. You're just working with the scraps you was given. And mama made miracles every Thanksgiving. But now the road got rough, you're alone. You're trying to raise 2 bad kids on your own. And there's no way I can pay you back. But my plan is to show you that I understand. You all appreciate it. Don't you know we love you, sweet? And dear mama, there's no one above you, sweet. You all appreciate it. Don't you know we love you? Pour out some liquor and I reminisce, cause through the drama I can always depend on my mama. And when it seems that I'm hopeless, you say the words that can get me back in focus. When I was sick as a little kid, to keep me happy, there's no limit to the things you did. And all my childhood memories are full of all the sweet things you did for me. And even though I act crazy, I gotta thank the Lord that you made me. There are no words that can express how I feel. You never kept a secret, always stayed real. And I appreciate how you raised me, and all the extra love that you gave me. I wish I could take the pain away. If you can make it through the night, there's a brighter day. Everything will be alright if you hold on. It's a struggle every day, gotta roll on. And there's no way I can pay you back, but my plan is to show you that I understand. You all appreciate it. Don't you know we love you, sweet dear mama? There's no one above you, sweet. You all appreciate it. Don't you
By JCD, rap artist. Yeah, he's fat. And now I lay me down to sleep. If they ain't paying, I ain't staying. If they ain't spinning, I ain't. From MIDT Records, B&B Productions. Pick it up at your local neighborhood store.
Thank you for tuning in to another episode of A News You Can Use podcast. Make sure you're downloading the past episodes. Follow us on Spotify. Subscribe on Apple Podcasts so that you may be notified for the next episode. While you're on Apple Podcasts, go ahead and leave us a review and rating so that other like-minded people will discover the podcast like yourself. Share the podcast with your friends and family. Download the free Anchor app to leave us a message that we may play on future episodes. Melanated business owners, become a business spotlight promoting your businesses. Musicians, send in your music to play on the podcast. Shop with B&S LLC. The link is inside of the show notes. Shop with us also on Teespring. The link is in the bio, in the show notes. Buy the Amazon book by Friendshare Gardner, Mommy and Daddy, Do You Still Love Me Anymore? The link is in the show notes. Follow us on Instagram and Facebook at B&Us LLC. You may email us at anewsyoucanuse@gmail.com, sending us any suggestions, feedback, concerns, and musicians. You can email us your MP4 files to play your music on the episodes. Thank you so much. Tupac, My Burning Heart.
Tonight, because I wanna be with you. If you were beside me, I playfully kiss you. Each time I see you, the feeling gets stronger. You sit a bit closer, we stare a lot longer. Reach for my drink and for a second we touch. Words are muttered, I stutter, cause I want you that much. The situation is a no-win, cause he's my best friend. But now I'm guilty, I'm falling for his girlfriend. I know it's wrong, but my heart is filled with purity. I offer passion, but he offers security. It's like a trap that I'm sinking into. I wake up sweaty when I'm sleeping, cause I'm thinking of you. Then we make eye contact, and I can't hold back. I try to shake it, but the feeling comes right back. What have I gotten into? I feel possessed by you. I have these thoughts at night of undressing you. It's kinda obvious, blind men must see, but he doesn't, so he keeps on trusting me. Leaves me alone with you while he's on vacation. But how could he leave me with this temptation? Now I'm confused, cause I'm no Casanova, but you keep calling, you're saying to come over. What do I do? Go and stay and play it smart. It's getting rougher cause I suffer from a burning heart. My burning heart. Girl, you are my one and only. You are my angel, and now you wanna leave me lonely. What did I do? Baby, did I treat you bad? My heart is broken, and now you make me sad. I remember when this love affair first started, we were so in love, and now we are departed. Girl, I buy you anything your heart desires. I have to let you know, baby, you're my fire, warm and wet. Each kiss is prolonged, it's a sweet caress that makes rock too strong. Just being with you and seeing the two of us walking along the beach. Cause girl, you are my peach, so sweet and tender. My love I surrender, no need to pretend that you want it to end. I'll never let you go, you're forever my girl. You know why? Cause girl, you are my world, my burning heart. totally tongue-tied. Every 2 seconds I keep watching you. He's my best friend, but I can't help clocking you. How could this be? How could we both love you? Now I'm trapped in this position and don't know what to do. I could forget about you, pretend that we never met. But when I'm here without you, I start to heavily sweat. You give me looks that reinforce the bond that's already there. So many times I find us locked up in this passionate stare. Play the role like you don't matter. You swear that we hate each other, but in reality we can't wait to taste each other. You're my addiction cause I feed for you desperately. I stand and fantasize it because you're next to me. What can I do with this passion I feel? It's too hard to conceal, so I know it's for real. Watched you so many times, I know where every curve is. I think you lose my mind, and so I'm feeling nervous. I wanna tell you how I feel, but that wouldn't help. It would only cause problems, so I keep to myself. Even though it drives me crazy to see you sitting with them. A tear rolls down my cheek because I see you kiss them. I know the words you're saying before they can be said. Hear the thoughts that you're thinking before they come in your head. Wouldn't hurt the brother for anything in this world, but damn, I fell in love with this girl. My burning heart, heart, heart. was yearning for your sweet caress. I lay in ecstasy as you kiss and rub my chest. You know you love me, why must you deny yourself what I can offer you? Yet you want somebody else? It's not that, well then girl, what could it be? I hope I'm good for you, cause baby you're so good for me. Many nights I cried and tried to make this work, then act a fool and cool like a jerk. Well I'm sorry baby, I have to let you know, you are my life, my strength, I refuse to let you go. You are so beautiful, baby, you light up my life. I close my eyes and dream that you'll become my wife day in and day out. It's you I pray about. Don't lock the door to your heart and make me stay out. I love you cause honey, you're like a work of art. You got me on fire, my burning heart. Lay awake tonight because I wanna be with you. If you were beside me, I playfully kiss you. Each time I see you, the feeling gets stronger. You sit a bit closer, we stare a lot longer. Reach for my drink and for a second we touch. Words are muttered, I stutter, cause I want you that much. The situation is a no-win, cause he's my best friend. But now I'm guilty, I'm falling for his girlfriend. I know it's wrong, but my heart is filled with purity. I offer passion, but he offers security. It's like a trap that I'm sinking into. I wake up sweaty when I'm sleeping cause I'm thinking of you. Then we make eye contact and I can't hold back. I try to shake it but the feeling comes right back. What have I gotten into? I feel possessed by you. I have these thoughts at night of undressing you. It's kinda obvious, blind men must see, but he doesn't, so he keeps on trusting me. Leaves me alone with you while he's on vacation. But how could he leave me with this temptation? Now I'm confused cause I'm no Casanova, but you keep calling, you're saying to come over. What do I do? Go or stay and play it smart? It's getting rougher cause I suffer from a burning heart. My burning heart.